How you doing? Splitting some of the leftover wood with the Fiskars ISO Core with a builder's axe. Fiskars Pro. It's a good axe, heavy head, but nice long handle, and it'll get through most things. So I've got a little bit left from all the other stuff we've split to get finished, and we're just going to hopefully finish this by the end of the month so that it's all stacked and ready for not this winter coming, but the start of the next one, and we'll be able to burn it then. But I'll talk through, I'm going to put a few videos of these up on how to split wood, and just me splitting. Yeah, we'll see how we go. But this is Sycamore. It's fairly easy to split. It's quite big growth things. Sorry about any background noise. I'll not put any daft music over this. But yeah, we'll see how we go. Going quite small on the size. I don't like big huge bits because of the size of my stove. So about half of that works quite well. I know some people like about that size. It's just preference. I've only really taken a tiny sliver off that, but squaring up the corner means it's easier to sit in the burner. In fact, I will just take the edge off that. Take them down to this size and exposing more of the wood as opposed to bark means it will season a little bit faster as well. We might be able to burn it into the early part of next year, so sort of double duty. You can see how easily straight Sycamore splits. Of course I would say that as that happened, but it's really letting the axe do the work. See, we've got a nub here. Typically if I've got knots, you know, this doesn't really count, but I'll put them to the furthest end from where I'm hitting the axe, so the leverage of the piece opening forces that apart rather than it absorbing the impact of the axe. I'm not trying to hit the wood up here, I'm trying to hit the round underneath it and follow through. You know, you're not wanting the axe to stick every time, where it will, but that's a sort of good baseline to know if you're stopping short, holding back, or continuing with the right amount of force. This one isn't quite level, it's got a big knot on the side, but we can see a crack already starting on the top of the ring here, and we'll just continue that using the axe to open it up if we have to, and spin it round and keep going. If you don't get it from the centre in the first few hits, going around. Let's see, try that one again. Might try is just go straight across, because these aren't cut level. Difficult to stand on end sometimes. Yeah, we're not going to have luck with that. Just to take the size down a bit. We've got some nice bits of kindling off it as well. Yeah, I'll throw that into the side pile. You know, not rush to burn it, but I'm sure it'll end up there eventually. Some big oak. It's been sat a while, it's probably been sat a year, but it's got a nice straight grain. But I'll show you what I was talking about. Instead of trying to split up the middle, then just come round the side and just try and split it off piece by piece round this way. works well. You can lever bits off. If you hit it in the same spot. Now, this piece, not a brilliant example because you could go right down the middle of it, but it holds true for most of them. To go flying like that. And sometimes you need to. This yellow powdery colour, don't know what that's from. It's just been sitting on top of another round all year. Sometimes I find the faces that have been sitting up for so long are a bit more difficult to split through if you've had them piled, so going for the fresher looking face will just give you that success to get into it. Oh, that was close. Oak seasons quite slowly, takes about 2 years. So again, I'm just taking it nice and small, that's fine. Just to save me time more than anything else. I'm not employing a full swing every time, or else I'd do about 3 rounds. Just giving it enough to get through. But it's a good workout. Nice bit of cherry underneath. That might be oak. I can't remember, it's been sat in the same spot for a while. This is some mountain ash white beam. It's nice, but it's sat too long and it's starting to just go a bit punky in the middle. Like, I'll need to just get rid of all this, all the good woods around the outside. Even then I'm still pretty soft. Yeah, you can just see, I mean you can feel it in the weight of the log as well. And if you have that, staying around the outside is a good start. But when you stack this in the firewood pile, you know, either try and keep it under other ones or put it in a separate one from your good wood, or else it'll just rot and make everything dirty. No, we're not quite Superman in that part. See, that's that centre that I've just split out there. I'll show you that. I mean, this feels like paper, and it's just, keep it in the sun. Maybe able to see it. And it's just, it's rotten, it's flaky, it's no good. It'll not give you any calories when you burn it. So I'll just throw it, worked its way back in, but we'll keep it to the side. We'll not be relying on that for high heat by any means. But the outside of the round is quite good. It's still got some calories left in it. Good to burn. I'm starting to trip up on these now. That's all I'm going to do for that one. Stuff some willow. It's been cut for a while. It came down in a neighbour's storm, and they were cutting it, and they cut it really, really thin, and they had to cross cut a whole load of it. You know, I turned up and finished some of the work and brought the axe with me, but they were just hitting dirt and ruining chains. So I finished up the job and took all the wood away for them. Because it's sat for so long, willow is just full of water. It starts to go rock hard even in these thin pieces. Has lots of included bark as well. That just makes the process messy. Piece number one. Why didn't I just do that in the first one? I mean, you can hear it, it's dry on the inside. It's just the surface because it's sat out in the rain. It's got a really nice orange colour on the inside. I've got a customer that likes these chunks because they've got quite a narrow firebox. So with the ones that are a little bit shorter, I keep them quite small when I split them. So it's a couple of extra axe swings or splitter, but it's worth it to give people something they can burn. And if they buy it off me and have to cut it down again, why would they buy from me in the future? Some nice bits, easy enough to split. I wonder why that pocket failed. Probably catching it on things like that. It's done it. That's a fine size. Oh, this willow seems to be never ending. I think I've split it all and then another piece comes out. Oh, that was nearly us. There we are. It's just hanging on for dear life there. if not all of the stuff that I split on the stump. You know, you see guys like Bucking Billy Ray will swing that axe everywhere, you know. And I'm convinced if I do that one day to try and look cool, I'll just lose a shin. So I'm going to stick with standing it up every time. I'm sure he gets a bit more efficiency than I do, but I'm okay with it. I didn't think that would lift it. Oh. It's fine. It's got a bit of a horrible bit on the inside of it. We'll see what we can get out of it. Nothing. Running away from us. Because I start to get tired with this axe, you start to miss. Then you just turn the stuff into kindling. But I enjoy using this axe. It's a bit of a workout. We're shimming it back up so that it stands. There's a bit of stuff I don't care about. There we are, that's what I wanted. And then just get rid of this union. How that ended up over there. Just letting the weight of the axe come down. It's probably not the most recommended way to split. Not that it's very efficient, but you keep yourself entertained. Must have been standing on a hill when I was cutting these, because they've all got a bit of a slant to them. Another bit of this really knotted sycamore. There we are. Oh, it's just so knotty. It's literally not. Well, maybe there is a bit of straight grain in there. Not a huge amount. Don't know how much usable wood I'll get out of this. Probably not, but we'll give it a go. It's a big bit, but it'll do. Just you're never going to split through that branch collar there. Those are good overnighters. Oh, missed it. There we are. Same with this one. Try it. See. You come down right alongside it and then it veers off around that branch collar. I could try and split just against the grain here. We'll see what happens. But I reckon I'll probably end up just making chips. Oh no, that's taking it down a bit more size. It's not too bad. Got a bit of cherry here. This has been sat for a while. Let's see. We'll go straight across, but I think we'll not have much luck and we'll need to go to the side. And that's stuck fast. We're getting there. Just walk that line back. See the split there? Just open it up. There we are. Two big bits. Surprisingly not as heavy as they look. That is just letting the axe do the work there. This might be a bit more challenging. Included branch collar there. Making progress. Oh, yes, a bit more messy than the other one. Do you know, it's not throwing the axe that does my back in, it's the bending down. So if you can minimise the amount you bend down, you'll be able to split for longer. Oh, just a load of mud in there. That's inside it. It's just years of decaying bark and mud. Try and get as much of it out as I can. I don't want it to turn into mud when it's all stacked up. Nearly got it there. We'll try for another one out of this. Doubtful though. It's very easy with those, for the bit of wood to fall off and to miss the stump entirely and get yourself in the leg. I've seen that happen and it's not pretty. That's why they always recommend when you do that, turn it over and use the weight of the log to split itself. I've never had much luck with that. Yeah, probably okay there. There we are. Maybe take that one down one more, and that'll be us. That was cheating. Just let the axe fall there. Right, time to stack all these. So that's the stack complete. That was only 45 minutes, maybe an hour in total. We've got almost a full row complete. You'll have seen in the time lapse, I was trying to do a more traditional stack at the end to stop it falling. I've used boards on the previous ones, but nowhere good to attach there. But this seems to be holding for now. It might shift as the wood dries, but we'll play it by ear. Easy enough to restack. I've got a little bit of space just in the corner as all of the other stuff falls off to the right. So yeah, I enjoy splitting by hand. I've got a hydraulic log splitter that I rent out as well. It's currently with someone at the moment, so good excuse to break out the axes and split some wood. As I said, that will sit. This won't get sold this year. That'll be burning next year. But I've got lots in stock to sell this year, and we'll be full bore at it. It'll be good fun. and we'll post some updates as we go on. But thank you for watching. If you get any issues or any questions, or yeah, just want to say hello in the comments, then drop it down there and we'll catch you in the next one.